My name's Catherine Sivia, and I'm currently Achievement Director for Key Stage 3. I started as a trainee teacher, so I completed the School Direct course into teaching, and then I did my NQT year here again the year after, and then straight from that year I was promoted to Head of Year 7, spent 5 years as Head of Year 7, and then last year got my promotion to Head of Key Stage 3.
I am Nadim Uddin and I am the Head of Science here at Harris Academy, Chafford 100. For me personally, I've been here since 2016. I started here as a PGCE trainee. From there, after completing my placement, I came back as an NQT to start full-time.
Hi, I'm Chelsea McLaren and I'm Head of Year 11 at the Academy, as well as being a food and DT teacher. I've been at Chafford 100 now for roughly 6 years. I basically did my PGCE first placement training here, then decided to stay and have had like a really good career progression whilst being at the Academy since.
So why did I choose Harris? So it was a bit of an easy decision, really. So it was to do with, the fact that we had an amazing, mentor system. We had resources that were available to support me. We had regular training as well, CPD, for staff, whether it be planning of lessons, behaviour management, that could be just maybe managing workload and well-being. It was a mixture of all those different things.
There's a real kind of community spirit at the Academy, and the families are really, really supportive. The students really want to work hard. They can see where we have helped students get to in the past, and they're really, really excited about their futures, which is really lovely.
The difference about Hatch is the friendships between the staff as well. So we are just as friendly as the students are. And I think that translates into our corridors. You see members of staff smiling at each other. You see them generally, checking in with each other in the corridor. So I think we as members of staff are mirroring the sort of relationships we want our students to have. We are just one big family.
So in terms of the realm of DT and food, I'd ultimately say it's mainly just fun. And that's what's kept me here and engaged in teaching, full stop. Just the enthusiasm of students when they come through my doors and the kind of range of different skills that they kind of leave us with.
I started with an undergraduate degree, obviously. Great game my teaching. And while I've been here, they've supported me to do my master's. I've done MPQSL, so MPQSL course here as well, which is senior leadership. So it's all preparing me for that next stage in the journey.
I've worked in different roles, so as a 2IC and a Head of Science. During that time, obviously, we've had training and development that's taken place both internally and externally. I've been really, really well supported over the years that I've been here at Harris Academy, Chafford 100. We have this really nice blend of support and challenge. So support in terms of how you develop as a teacher, your day-to-day running of classrooms, etc. And in terms of challenge and being held accountable, so you're always being pushed to your very, very best.
I started here as a trainee, then got my job whilst being a trainee, then went on to be an NQT at the Academy, then worked my way through kind of a few different Head of Year positions. So whilst I'm Head of Year 11 now, I started as Head of Year 8 and then Year 9. So it's been quite nice to see some of the different year groups go through the Academy and just work with them on their individual journeys.
In terms of my team, we have a group of about 11 or 12 staff with specialists in biology, chemistry and physics, all university trained. So I'm really, really proud of my team and how we've developed over the years. We've gone from strength to strength, seeing teachers develop from beginner teachers who, just learning how to lesson plan, how to mark assessments, and becoming people who are now taking on responsibilities in and around school. And we've got many, many teachers who are, aspiring to take on roles in other areas, whether that be Head of Year, lead practitioner, or even becoming Head of Science themselves. We have great support all around school in terms of the resources that are available. The teachers are guided on their teaching practices, on curriculum, on assessment, but at the same time, they're allowed to show their creative flair. So you don't lose yourself or your personality at any point. You're actually encouraged to actually show all of that. For me, that is really, really key as to why I've been here so long, in that even now after 6 years, I still feel, I can still develop, I can still push myself. I still feel I'm really making progress in my own development as staff.
So something that makes the journey at Hatch really, really incredible is the support from staff really and SMT. So I would just say that everybody's kind of really on board with the same vision and nothing's too much to ask. So in terms of if you ever have a query, everyone just really wants to help each other get to the end goal and support our students.
The best feeling is when you're in your classroom and you get to close the door and you're with your students and you get to really show who you are as a teacher to obtain that progress, to help our students obtain the very best, and essentially just increase their life chances. And that's essentially what we sign up for. And the ethos of the school is very much similar in that we want to make sure that our students are well equipped for the real world, that they achieve amazing things and they have a positive impact on the world altogether. So not just producing students who are only producing amazing grades, but also going to produce amazing outcomes for the world as well. And that's exactly what we've been pushing for all these years and will continue to do so.
The best bit of being a teacher is probably the students. It's the atmosphere in the classroom. It's the communication in the corridors. To some extent, it's also the communication we have with parents, because parents are so supportive. And it's also each other.
I think parents come here knowing that we are the best at what we do. Ultimately, we are subject specialists, we care, and that makes a real difference. So they come in already kind of expecting that and knowing that. So students get on board quite quickly with us, as do families. I'm predominantly a sixth form teacher, so for me it's that year 13, that end goal, like where are they going to be as adults now? It's always it's quite emotional actually, and it's something that you can't really put into words, because to have such an impact and to be able to help people achieve their dreams and visions, it's really, really hard to describe, to be honest, because it's just incredible.